Guitar is my main instrument, but for those of you who don't know, I'm also a bass player, and by no means am I this monster bass player, but I can hold my own. Take a look at this clip of me playing one of my unreleased songs, Builders of Solomon. I love the Ibanez SR bass that I'm playing in that video. However, it is now time to sell it, and I'm very happy that it's time to sell it, not because it's not a great instrument, but because I finally have within this box right here my dream bass. What's up, everybody? I'm Dreadful Gooz. I'm here at Murder the Mix Studios, and today we're going to be unboxing my new Spector Euro 5 LX bass. Let's get it. I got myself a Spector Euro 5 LX bass because I've always been a huge fan of Webster from Cannibal Corpse. And not just that, but these basses, they just sound absolutely incredible. They sound massive, punchy, they have tons of clarity, and they cut in a mix without having to do any tweaking to the bass at all. The Spector Euro 5 basses are basically plug and play. As soon as you plug them in, they sound great, and they sound great in any application, whether it be jazz, whether it be rock, but they shine, in my opinion, when it comes to heavy music such as death metal. I'm a death metal guy, so what better bass to get than a Spector Euro 5? I've been wanting one of these basses for a very long time. As the name of this video suggests, this is my dream bass, or at least I hope that this is my dream bass, because I hope that when I open it up, it's intact, it's in one piece, it's in mint condition as I was promised. It feels sturdy, so that's a good sign. So I really hope that when I open this thing, we're good to go. These basses are not cheap at all, but what finally made me break down and get one and shell out the money for one is I was listening to some of my pre-production mixes the other day of some unreleased stuff that I'm working on, and I just kept thinking to myself, that bass tone is lacking, and you know, it's not my cab. I mean, I have a vintage SVT 8x10. That thing is massive, just sounds huge, and I have a dark glass Microtubes V2. That combination is deadly, and I just couldn't get the bass tones that I wanted out of my Ibanez SR. It's a fantastic bass, but again, there's something about these Spector basses that when you hear them, you go, wow, that is ridiculous. That is an intense, heavy, in-your-face bass tone. One last thing before I get to the unboxing, I want to share a really cool story about this bass with you. So I bought this bass on Reverb from a guy named Jonathan, and I sent him some questions regarding the bass, and it was a couple of days before I heard from him. So finally I get a reply, and it says, hey man, sorry, you know, it goes along the lines of, hey man, sorry for the late reply, I'm in Iraq at the moment, I'm serving in the military. So the first thing I do is, number one, thank him for his service, because It's because of badass, real badass warriors like him and my buddy Ramir that have fought for this country. And for those of you who don't know, I'm in the United States. It's because of guys like that that I'm able to be fortunate enough to have this be my job. So thank you to anyone who has served in the US military. So after I thanked him for his service, we went back and forth and he was showing me some videos of the bass. I was asking some questions on what's the condition, etc., etc., etc. You know, the usual thing we do on Reverb when we're really interested on an item. So eventually, I purchased the bass and I get a communication from him saying, hey man, I gotta speak to my wife when she can ship the bass to you because we've been getting blasted with missiles and drone strikes and my internet connection just keeps going. And in my head I'm thinking, this is the most death metal shit on the planet. Homeboy is trying to sell a bass on Reverb while he's getting blasted with missiles and drones. Jonathan, you are the freaking man, dude. Story time is over. I'm excited as hell to open this box. Let's start fast forwarding things right now. Looks like it was packaged well, so hopefully everything is good. I'm really hoping that everything is good. Woo! Yes. And it comes in the Spector bag. There's some padding and stuff, but I don't really have to deal with peanuts. So that's cool. Oh, well, I can just slide this thing out now. Just being a little extra. Off you go, box. All right. Let's put this right here real quick. Get this thing out. All right, let's get this bad boy open. Oh, just threw the bag, my bad. I probably should have been better with the bag. But dude, take a look at this. This is freaking badass. One of the reasons why I love this one specifically is that Jonathan blacked out everything. Like he blacked out the board. Usually the board on these is a lot lighter and he made it really nice and dark. He ebonized the fretboard and he also changed out the hardware to black. Originally, these come with chrome hardware, which I didn't like. And so when I saw that he blacked everything out, I was like, yes, this is mine. I have to have it. He even changed the tuning pegs to black. So this bass is meant for death metal. I love it already and I haven't even plugged it in. The neck is great, even though it has a I guess polished finish. It doesn't feel slow. It doesn't feel like my fingers are gonna get sweaty playing this thing. And if by any chance that they do, I can take some steel wool and lightly sand down, I guess, what would be the lacquer. I'm not too technical with these things, but I'll just take some steel wool and smoothen it out a little bit, and that should help if my hands start to, or my fingers start to stick to the back of the neck. I still have to set up the bass to the way that I like it. I didn't think that the bass was gonna get here today. In fact, I didn't expect to have it until I got back from the UK. I'm leaving to the UK in a couple of days. But I didn't expect the bass to arrive today, so I didn't bother to order strings, which now I'm upset that I didn't do that because I feel that in order to properly hear how awesome this bass sounds, I think I definitely need to get a new pair of strings on this thing. Even the strings were blacked out. I don't know if you could see that. Let me try to get close up. Even the strings are blacked out, so I think that it looks really cool with the strings blacked out. However, I'm not a fan of how the blacked out strings feel and how they sound. So I'm gonna be changing these out for the D'Addario NYXLs, or maybe even, oh actually no, I don't use NYXLs for bass. I actually use the D'Addario Pro Steels for bass. They're brighter and they have a more, like they give you more of that metal clank that you want in like death metal and stuff like that. So I'm gonna get a pack of Diodario Pro Steels and slap them on as soon as I can. Off camera, I was playing this bass and I wanted to play it in the video and show you guys how it sounds, but I can't do it justice in this video. The bass does need to be set up properly and the strings do need to be changed, and I do not want to give an inaccurate representation of how badass this bass is. So I'm going to leave the playing of this bass for another video where I can really show you in the context of a mix or just on its own how badass this thing is. I'm sorry to cut the video short, but I need to hop on Amazon right now and use my Amazon Prime for them to send me, you know, Diodario Pro Steels so I can get them like tomorrow morning, because I need to play this bass properly and record it for you guys before I leave to the UK. Like, I am so pumped that I have this thing now. Jonathan, once again, thank you so much. You are the freaking man. Listen, I'm like a kid in a toy store right now. I want to go play with my new toy. And although I can't accurately represent how cool this thing is in this particular video, that doesn't mean I can't go off camera and have some fun with it. So, guys, I'm not gonna take up any more of your time. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and follow all my social media links down below. Peace.